Sea Baller. Here we go. Trilogy. A trilogy of books stands before you. They tell a classic coming-of-age tale of good overcoming evil. A glance at the book shows that the main character is based on you. Okay, that's kind of weird. Yeah, this is one of the random contacts, right? Trilogy? Hold on, let me pull up the wiki here. I don't have it open for some reason. But if I remember right, there's a couple of contacts in the zone that do this. Let's see. These missions are given out randomly for each character. Oh, maybe this isn't repeatable. Alright, well, we'll do it, whatever this is. So, Chapter 2, the second page, opens around a page that was an epic. We're stunned. The robots would strike back so soon. It was a small force, easily handled, but they had just saved the valley only a week ago. Where are the robots coming from? The big city? Seemed like a good place to start. Oh, man. There were no people, only robots. Oh, no, that's terrible. Locate the source of the disturbance. Aye, aye. They ventured forth into the city, not knowing what to expect. Who even is this guy? It's quite a shock to see these robots strike back so soon, said Epoch. Oh no! This really is young adult fiction, isn't it? If we act quickly, we should be able to stop them with less effort this time. I'm kind of getting addicted to the excitement. One should not crave danger and excitement. You may get what you wished for, but in spades. Oh, isn't that true? Well, let us go free, mercenary. Hark! This appears to be mercenary. Amazing. Hello, mercenary. Man caught his breath. Thank you. Thank you kindly, ma'am. Been busting robots for a couple months now. It's Kashan, the robot hunter! Or Magnus, robot fighter. Whatever. You wouldn't be the ones who shut them down the past month or so, would you? Weird to be recognized. Tabez, my mentor here's Epoch. What was your name? It's an honor to meet you, ma'am. It's an honor to meet you, ma'am. Said the strangers he extended a hand and thanks. You too, Mr. Epoch. Shook that hand as well. Folks call me mercenary. I'm usually a gun for hire, but taking out these robots is a job I do for free. If we had a third person, we could take out the robots even faster. Teamwork! The duo was now a trio! How silly. Do I even have this contact on my list? Oh, so I do! Well, that's handy. So Tabez and Epoch were joined by the rough around the edges mercenary. Mercenaries who joining them seemed obvious, but in reality he was holding back a key piece of information, one that could possibly be the key to destroying the Infinity. The robots once and for all. Now we jump to Chapter 16. Tabez was stunned. He hadn't shown the old book to Mercenary for quite some time. He figured he'd have nothing further to offer from it, but nothing could have been further from the truth. Mercenary couldn't actually read the book. Understood its words completely and fluently. Mercenary's mother hailed from the foreign land where the language originated. Though it had been many years since he had laid eyes upon the language, it came back to him, like a rushing river of memories. It's a diary. Wait, it's a diary. Epoch's personal one, it seems. A journal of him growing up, and here. Oh. This is right. The warehouse in town should have the information you need to see. Let's go before the robots destroy the evidence you need. Evidence, information. Tabas was confused and lost, but she trusted mercenaries, so she went along. The answers would be coming soon. Or would they? Bum, bum, bum! This is very silly. I very vaguely remember doing this. But, like, that's such a dim memory. Wait, we're supposed to talk to mercenary. Hold on. Talk like a magician. Needs us to come to terms with it in our own time. I guess Epoch is dead then. Can't believe these robots. I can't believe they would do that. That they would kill Epoch. What are you looking for? I don't see a glowy. I don't see a named boss. Huh. What does Mercenary want us to see then? Oh, it was in the room. Okay. Well, we'll go take a look in a second. You know, dude's giving us like free XP, man. He's like super tough. Let's drop a heal on him. Just like that. Alright, we'll go grab this glowy. He's gonna keep shooting people, and then we'll get out of here. Ah, yeah, I see it. I see it. Teedly-doo. Alright, so we got the glowy. Let's click into the books again and see what's going on. Kind of a long load time there, huh? First thing you look Tabez straight in the eyes. That brother, those photos you recovered. According to Epoch's journal here, that's Infinity. The leader of the robots and the person responsible for all this mess. I think it's time you and I put an end to this. You with me? He asked. Tabez knew what must be done. The final chapter was approaching. Oh, man. Chapter 21. The second book of Trilogy opens with a random page. Mercenary caught his breath. That last battle had exhausted him, but now he needed to regain his strength for the upcoming battle. Tabez soldiered on, her inquiries not limiting them in any way. Injuries, not inquiries. Epoch had uncovered this lab. Oh no, can you believe that? They're assembling the Fraction super weapon using Cypher and... Oh no! Inquiries, that too. Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs. Tabez chuckled at the reference, where Epoch just shushed them both. They were on a clandestine mission after all. They knew that the main component to the Fraction was in the lab, as was the Fraction's inventor, who would need to be defeated. They hoped to prevent the Fraction from simply being rebuilt. Oh man, this is some high-stakes stuff. This is high-stakes material, Ryu Long. And you're making fun of me saying injuries or inquiries or inquiries, like whatever. It's all here. Hold on. We'll just let them two like beat people up or whatever. I'm just going. Like, I have no... We're not getting XP for this. I have basically no interest fighting all this stuff. Vicks lozenges. Oh, man. Hey, you went to a sponsorship? Vicks wishes to secure you, elizibar, spokesperson for a brand of cough drops. 1 second, actually. I got a cough. Better than the in-game text saying presents with 2 S's? I didn't even notice that. Well, that's gotta be the fraction, yep. Came across it this weekend. I've seen some typos. I don't think I've seen that one before. Of course, there's always the places where the game has like a variable that's not closed correctly, and so it'll be like, you know, $ Jim Bob or whatever, and it's like, oh, well. You know, words are hard. And I'm always willing to blame Doc Quaterfield. Clearly, that task force is wrong. Where's the inventor guy? I haven't seen a named boss. Oh, there it is. It's a Vicky. Oh, that makes sense. Alright, mission complete. The fraction was destroyed, and we are the ones who destroyed it. If you can believe it. Fraction destroyed 3 and I had more things to worry about, namely, getting out of this place alive, which we just did. The fraction was destroyed and its inventor was put out of commission. She would be repeating that performance. Tabez, Epoch, and Mercenary needed to escape to the surface. A booming voice came over the intercom. It was that of Infinity. "Meddlesome fools," he bellowed. "You think you could destroy my weapon and then live? I will deal with you personally." Oh, man. This story's crazy. The third book of Trilogy opens to a random page. Tabez was beginning to miss Mercenary's company, even as gruff as he was. She missed the jokes, the movie references, but she knew Mercenary had things to deal with. They were best dealt with on his own. He promised to be back soon, but that didn't make the separation any easier. I know. Tabez's thoughts turned to Epoch as she ventured on the road back to the valley. Epoch had taught him many things, but dealing with loss would be the final lesson he would teach. Her first indication of any trouble was the scent of burning wood. She lifted her eyes to see columns of smoke rising up from her childhood home. Oh no! Hangman Adam Page has been here! We at Fisherman's Friends are prepared to submit a superior financial package to our competitors to secure you, elizibar, as the spearhead of our online presence. Okay, XLG. Actually, I do Hall's mints, actually. I don't know. I just always have. And usually it's the, like, menthol ones, too. Because nothing says I'm going to feel better than pumping your body full of menthol. Maybe camphor. Can you drink camphor? Maybe that'd be a good idea. Somebody research that. Can you drink camphor and survive? I know you can drink phenol because phenols are in, like the real peaty Scotch whiskeys. Determine the robot's plans. Oh no! No! How could you, robots? How could your wickedness? Ah. Well, bzzz to you too. What evil drives these machines to their cruelty, their iniquity, their monstrous destruction? My thoughts turn to Epoch and my childhood home. The trilogy or the Valley in Flames, Taba was shaken into action. She now possessed the book that the robots were taken from Epoch's home, but reading it, something else entirely. What secrets lie within? Why would Infinity want this tome? Oh, that's the book we had in that other mission. Okay. Chapter 1. Tabez was simple folk, leading a simple life. She worked on a farm with their family their entire life. They knew nothing outside the valley they grew up in. Occasionally a salesman would come to town with stories of the big cities and their superpowered beings saving the day or causing havoc. Tabez harbored a secret. She had powers too, but there was really no good use for them out there in the valley, so Tabez continued to toil about the farm. Secretly, wanting to be a character in the stories told by these salesmen here in the valley, no day ever needed to be saved. But today was destined to be different. Tabez's father asked her to help. Oh yeah. Well, did they know that finally a day needed to be saved would come to the valley. Let's save the day in the valley, my friends. It's a brisk autumn day, but the sun would set soon. Everything seems so peaceful. So calm. So quiet. So wonderfully peaceful. It is a wonderful world here in the valley. We all live such quiet, productive lives. Everything we do, carefully measured for greatest effect. XLG says, Halls is the perfect balance between a good taste and medicinal power. I mean, like I said, man, I'm rocking the ones with menthol in them, so all I really taste is like sugar and menthol. I don't know if that's a good flavor. They're not as strong as they used to be, though. I remember the mentholated ones being way stronger. Like, it would, like, blast your sinuses with menthol power. And you'd just be like, I'm dying, but I can breathe. Which is an improvement, because prior to that, you couldn't breathe. Oh, I wish it would not get me in copyright trouble, man. Because right now, we should be playing Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots. Her name's Yoshimi. You know the song? She's got a black belt in karate. Well, that was just the one robot. Never mind, everybody. Just the one. Yoshimi battled the single robot. It's not quite a good a song. She's gotta be strong to fight them. So she's taken lots of vitamins. Oh, Yoshimi, they don't believe me. But you won't let those robots eat me, Yoshimi. Alright, anyway. Don't try to sing when your throat hurts. We've just learned this lesson. Dealing with invading robots, Tabez is perplexed. Why'd they come to the valley? What were they after? And who was going to clean up the fields now there were robot parts all over them? First, returned to Tabez and spoke. That old man's gonna get us all killed. He's our best hope for getting out of here alive. It was true. Epoch left Mercenary and Tabez on their own while he went to distract Infinity. It was a bold plan, but Tabez didn't understand how Epoch could face Infinity alone and live. The exit. We need to get to it now. Hopefully Epoch will meet us there, but I'm just not sure how that's supposed to happen. Tabez was worried, but tried not to show it. After all, she and Epoch had been through. She wasn't sure how she'd be able to go on without him as a mentor. She put those thoughts out of her head and concentrated on just one thing. Escape. Which is weird. It's spelled just like the word escape. Yeah, I stole that joke from Finding Nemo. Deal with it, man. I agree. Time to go, urged Mercenary. That is the plan. Stan. You know, it's a good day when you can steal jokes from Finding Nemo. Dude's back there earning me salvage and stuff. Like, Mercenary's a cool dude. He is lining my bank account as we speak. You see, Epoch, you cannot hope to best me. Not now, it's Dr. Doom. I did not come to best you, Infinity. I came here to stall you. And in that, I have been successful. Stall me. That's the best you can do, isn't it? Stall your inevitable destruction. All men must face their doom one day, Infinity. I face mine with a smile. How will you face yours? With a rifle. Wow. That was sure rifler. Rifleish? Refelled. Oh man, Trilogy, what's next? Epoch was dead. Tab had steeled herself at this moment, but she wasn't sure where to go now. Infinity was still out there, and even though she had Mercenary at her side, she wasn't sure it would be enough. She did revel in the joy that the super weapons permanently destroyed, and so there would be some respite coming, but considering how quickly Infinity struck back after the last major victory, Tabas knew there would be little in the way of respite. Tabas and Epoch made their way through the lab. They knew that the leader of the robots was overseeing the last part of this operation personally, and they could strike a great blow if they could take him out. The robots had succeeded in planting their devices all over the valley. There was no denying that. It was just down to Tabas and Epoch to stop them from being activated. Their investigation had told them there were 4 computers that needed to be shut down in order to prevent the catastrophe from befalling the valley. Using Eopard's force and stealth, they make their way to the laboratory. That's right. It's time to save the day. Epoch steeled himself. We must be ready for anything. These robots are being controlled by someone, and I'm afraid to be right if it is who I think it is. Tabas knew better than to press the issue, so she let him continue. Any question before we go in? She was confident. What's the plan? There are 4 computers. We need to shut down each one, and that will disable the devices set up around the valley. We can't leave even one of them running, or we will fail the task. Got it. Let's go. In our charming coming-of-age story. A story in which we are coming of age. We, Tabas, the person here that I am playing, who is now coming of age in a city of heroes. You don't think the computers can be in those cells, do you? Don't look like it. Alright. So far, I have to say, this is a lot of fun. This is just like a completely silly story. It has nothing to do with anything. It's told out of order. I love it. I have only like a very vague recollection of this. Like I'm racking my brain. Like I know I've done this, but I couldn't tell you a darn thing about it. You go, Epoch. he's something elect, huh? Like an elect blaster? Alright. It looked like he was just doing blasty stuff. I didn't see any melee there. Tabaz and Epoch made their way to the surface, contented knowing that the valley would be at peace again. In the back of their minds, they knew that Infinity's escape meant that their days of respite were numbered, and one day, perhaps one day soon, they would be tasked with saving the day again. Tabaz looked forward to that day. She had grown much in her adventures with Epoch. Epoch was an excellent mentor, and Tabaz hoped they could fight alongside one another. Forever. The end. Question mark. Tabaz found herself at the entrance of the warehouse on the outskirts of town. It was the last stop in their long chain of events to determine who was behind the robot attacks in the valley that seemed to happen more and more. Yep. Now she was in the hornet's nest. The old man was here too. Tabaz saw him being dragged in here by a couple of robots. Could the old man have been the one that sent the email? That connected the dots between all the clues Tabaz had gathered. Tabaz suspected as much and wanted to be certain. Well, let's go save the day. Let's go save this guy. This old man. The trail led to here. Alright, well, let's rescue the old man. That's what the mission text says. Do these guys count for, like, the clockwork kill badge? Really, where did you come from? Why are you guys coming in at me from, like, behind me? Crunch that cough drop. Alright, beautiful. There are too many kill badges. There are too many badges in general. Failed experiments, resistant. Here we go. Patrolling clockwork, 65. Alright, let's take some of these guys out. Not that clockwork are hard to run into, I'm just curious. Yeah, they do. Kind of neat. But like, Technophobe is a super easy badge to get, so it's not like this is really worth just kind of farming or paying attention to or anything like that. Just kind of like, oh, huh, now I know. Hey, Epoch, you wanna fight the robots? Tabaz, I'm here to rescue you. Rescue, thank you. Now, what do you know about these robots? I don't know anything about these robots, bro. I can tell you, time to rescue is more than the information I left you on the location of this place now with that taken care of. Shall we get down to business? Let's get down to business. Wait, no, we're not gonna start singing Eminem on the stream. Sorry. But we coulda. We almost did. I like that the contact is just right here by the door. Tabaz and Epoch escaped the warehouse with their lives. Epoch's knowledge of the situation would prove to be quite valuable in the future. Epoch and Tabaz frantically discussed their next move. Final book, chapter 25. The third book of Trilogy opens a random page. Tyler's wish mercenary was at her side, but he was busy with his own problems. Tyler was need to face this final battle as she faced the first one. With only herself and her superpowers at her disposal, would it be enough? Tyler was confident that it would be. As the final confrontation with Infinity, the leader of the robots, brother and murderer of her mentor Epoch, Tabez stood at the entrance to the underground lab that Infinity used as a base. This would be it. Infinity would pay for what he did. That's right. It's the final countdown. Surprisingly, orange juice tastes okay, even after you've had a mentholated cough drop. This is a little bit of a surprise for me. I was not expecting such a result. I was thinking that combination would be like, you know, orange juice and toothpaste, where you just kind of like retch afterwards. You're like, why did I do this to myself? This is the worst possible combination of flavors known to mankind. I figured before I put another, eat another cough drop, I should probably have a drink, you know? Gotta stay hydrated. I like to drink it, drink it. I like to drink it, drink it. I like to drink it. Oh no, you don't. You guys rolled in here. You shot at me. You're getting zorched right now. Okay, let's eat some candy. Hi, Infinity. Evans gained upon Infinity met his steely gaze. They knew this would be their last encounter together. It would end here, and now Infinity gathered his power. Yeah, this is a story, you know. So we gotta do the dramatic thing. Why of all the questions? How did I know you would ask that one? Epoch and I were not only brothers, but best friends until he had his accident. All that power he gained, and he shared none of it. Spent his days practicing and training, learning how to wield that power he gained. What else could I do? I studied, I learned. I learned everything there was to know about mechanics and cybernetics. I pioneered that field. I created those robots simply to mimic what Epoch got for free. I worked for my power, and he... Waited for the word, but it wasn't coming, and then he spoke without realizing what he was saying. He wanted to do great things. He was given a gift. Used it for good. I took my power. I earned my power. He was angry. I demand my due respect. Here we go. I've got your respect right here. If Ninja Weasel was here, this is where he would play the sound clip for, I'm going to give him one of these, and I'm going to give him one of those, and one of these. But the fight's going to be over before you get a chance to play it. Sorry. There we go. So to celebrate that, I will in fact go play it. Let's see.
I'll give him one of these, and I'll give him one of those, and one of these, and I'll give him one.
Ah, look at that. Look at us, saving the day. That's the kind of people we are. We're the save-a-day kind of people. And thus ends Trilogy's story arc. That was a hoot, man. Cross Trilogy off my list here. So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contacts. One of which I think has to be the random one. That's got to be the fireball. Let's see if we go look for that. And so the sun set on the valley, safe once again from the forces of Infinity. The days would be brighter now that the shadow of evil was forever cleansed. Our heroes, Mercenary and Tabez, look forward to the coming days. No more evil robots. Tabez wished Epoch could be here to share in the joy. That was impossible. She knew that Epoch was smiling down upon them for wherever he was. And that was a comforting thought. The end. Beautiful. Just beautiful.